Hey, welcome back to Real Talk with Dan and Brian.
Or Brian and Dan, whichever.
Yep. So, Dan, please introduce our next guest.
All right. Our next segment is going to feature Michael Santiago of Nerds to Go. So Michael began his career consulting with Accenture within their communications and high-tech sector. In 2009, he and his wonderful family moved to the Pacific Northwest to join the startup Aptio. Michael left Aptio to join a Fremont-based company, Outreach.io. In December of 2015, as VP of Customer Service, Michael drove the industry-leading success metrics for the respective teams within his organization, which included customer success, pre-sales, education, and customer support. During his tenure, Michael was fortunate to support Outreach through their Series B and Series C. I don't know what that stuff means, funding. Today, Outreach has been recognized by Forbes, because I don't know investment stuff, but anyways, I digress. Outreach.io is recognized by Forbes as the best 100 cloud companies and LinkedIn's top startups for 2018. However, he started yearning for more.
That's right.
Yearning for more. Michael was looking to fulfill his dream of authentically serving customers in need in 2018. He launched Nerds to Go. Nerds to Go in Bellevue is an IT and computer repair company located on Northeast 8th in Bellevue. MacBooks, PCs, smartphones, iPads. If it's electronic, if it has to do with tech, Michael is willing to talk nerdy with you. So today, Michael brings us insight into all the fun tech around home automation. Welcome to the show, Michael.
Hello, hello.
All right. I'm so glad you. And on a side note, I've known Michael for about a year.
Yep, that's correct.
Fantastic person, great energy. And when there's no doubt you've accomplished all this stuff, but what he accomplishes in his organization, you can tell he cares about helping the consumer in a place where technology is kind of like, oh yeah, my cousins will do that, right?
That's right.
Being able to actually have a foothold in a place like that is no small feat. So who does Nerds to Go serve?
Okay, so real easy to think about it. We are for the little people. So if you're a small business and or you're a resident.
Or a Lilliputian.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We're here for you.
I was thinking Tyrion Lannister. Sorry, I don't know.
Yes. So we're for the little guy.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, as we get started here, please tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do when you're not being a nerd?
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Okay, good question. You don't just take that hat off, number one. So
once a nerd, always a nerd?
Yeah. And so it may look like, with the family, I've got, I don't know if we've said anything about that, but I've got a wife, almost married, nearly 18 years, nice. And a 12-year-old son about to be 13 and a 10-year-old girl. And you might find us doing Settlers of Catan on the weekend or going out playing some basketball. That's, I know, not nerdy, but we do float outside of that zone occasionally.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how do you use home automation in your store?
Okay, couple ways. Number one, hypothetically, let's just say I'm out in the road and trying to get a hold of the guys back at the store, and no one answers. Well, I've got this little nifty app that allows me to see where are they using the camera.
You got them low-jacked or something?
I pretty much do. Yeah. I recommend all
not
do
chipped.
That. That's correct.
Yeah.
So in terms of convenience, I could see quickly, these guys are busy. They're helping other customers. But one of my favorite ways is that when we actually leave for the day, we say to Alexa, close. She says back, peace out, nerds. Lights go off. Open sign changes to closed. Robots know they're going to be vacuuming soon.
What?
And we don't do anything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's great. Love it.
So, I forgot to ask you the personal question about home. So I'm going to do that now.
Oh,
Let's do it.
Yeah, because who cares? It's our show. We can do this however we want, right?
Yeah.
Right, Brian? All right. So thinking back to your childhood, growing up,
Yeah.
what's a memory that just stands out in the home you grew up in?
It's amazing how smells will bring back the memories. And a couple of weeks ago, my sister was cooking, and this is traditional Puerto Rican food. And she brought me back to my mom cooking in the kitchen. And it doesn't matter. It can't be recreated. Those spices created its own distinct smell that brought me back at least 30 years.
What was she cooking?
Ooh. So pollo guisal is one. Pernil is a roast pork that would happen. But your traditional arroz con gandules will also have some spices included within it called sofrito, things like that.
Nice.
I'm hungry.
That's great.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, so getting back to the home automation. Sorry, I wanted to go there.
Yeah.
'cause that's
no,
important.
that's core for us.
I love it. So home automation, it isn't just a novelty. What more is there to it?
Yeah, I think a lot of folks will just quickly think of Alexa and boom in some music through it. But if you look at some of the other use cases, I think you find some true value in that. So give an example in terms of safety. There are certain routines out there should a fire occur, and consider an entire smart home where the lights will turn red because we know that in case of fires, you see better in red light.
Oh,
Really, that's interesting.
Yeah, as well as interacting with say your Nest to shut off any additional air being blown so as to not feed the fire any further, as well as contacting those in your emergency contacts to let them know something's occurred. All that can happen at the detection of something smart like a Nest Protect.
wow. That's pretty cool. I haven't thought about that.
Yeah.
Really. So, I think here I'll reference my wife, who would say this is a novelty. She would probably be a person who would object to this.
Yeah.
And so how would you answer that about it being a novelty?
Well, I think in addition to safety, you could also look at just convenience too. If you've ever lost your keys and spent more than 5 minutes looking for it, I'd say you're a candidate for some smart home tech.
Diane, are you listening?
Yeah.
So what's one piece of smart home tech that everybody should have?
Well, I think you probably saw a lot of this past Christmas holiday season. Sorry, video doorbells are great, and one step short of driving and patrolling your neighborhood is just being able to see who's going around with package thievery, and beyond that, knowing who's there and can help is fantastic.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there because that segment is one I've wanted to talk about for quite some time.
Okay.
Which,
The doorbell.
oh yeah, right.
So
the Porch Pirates.
my client had one of these,
yeah.
had the home listed, and as people were approaching the house, they would say what they thought of the house. When they
Oh,
were leaving the
interesting.
house, they
Yeah.
would say what they thought of the house.
Yeah, yeah.
And we had that information.
That's awesome.
Oh wow.
So be
Well,
careful if you're
yeah.
out there, agents showing homes, everything you say can and will
Right.
be used against you
I
in
coach-
negotiations.
So I always coach my buyers. Let's talk outside. I guess that's not even enough.
No,
let's
you
talk
need to
in
go
the
away
car.
from the house.
Yeah,
That's
because
correct.
it's so common now for people to be able to listen. And I've had it happen. It's rare.
Which one is best? Ring is like the most common, but
Yeah, we're fans of Ring. We have Ring in the store that you could play with. And it also has some features where when enough rings are put together in a neighborhood, it provides a neighborhood watch.
oh,
Yeah,
Oh wow,
it's fancy.
interesting.
But your use case is also fantastic in
Yeah.
that as you're outside, sometimes we even
Yeah.
do we put some door knockers. And when we do and we recognize it's a Ring, we like to give a little hello because we know what's happening.
yeah,
out
Hey,
there.
wave,
yeah.
say hi.
Yes.
Don't
Yeah,
forget.
Yeah.
that's funny. So isn't this stuff expensive?
No. Let me tell you about a camera. So there's a camera out there that swivels, does motion tracking, infrared, ability to record to the cloud for up to 30 days. Has features that allow you to speak through it and hear from it. All of that for under $40.
Oh, you're kidding.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a local
impressive.
company called Wise.
Wise, yeah.
They're based
Boy
out.
Scouts.
Don't you
I've
have
got-
one of those?
I have several.
Yeah.
I love them. They're easy to set up. They're
Did you say they're Boy
quality is
Scouts?
great.
They're based out of
Oh, I thought
Kirkland.
you said they were
Yeah,
Boy
there's a couple of
Scouts.
Amazon people
Yeah.
created that, didn't they? Yeah,
That's correct. Yeah.
Sweet.
Huh. So I think, again, thinking about Diane and her aspect, her comment about our Alexa and Big Brother always listening. So what do you know about listening in on the devices? Is that something people should be concerned about?
In short, I think there's good reason for people to be tentative, and I think it asks really good questions. But if you research, and let's just look at how, say, Alexa uses recordings, it's intended to be, and it is used in an anonymous way to help with speech recognition. Beyond that, anybody can do something nefarious without the right.
Are you talking like
precautions.
hacking the devices?
Sure.
Yeah. So how secure can you make them?
It's as secure as you make your network.
Okay.
And unfortunately, that's on the homeowner.
But that's something you can help with. though.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So
Easy.
password should not be password.
We
Or, yeah.
we
Yeah.
we recommend against password in 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, is that common?
It's okay to go 5, 6 then?
Possibly. We can have a discussion.
Yeah. Oh, funny.
Yeah.
We can have a discussion. All right. So what's a good way to start?
A good way to start. I think a lot of folks do want to jump into it with a little bit of fun. And I got to tell you, I've got a little Mega Blast speaker with Alexa built into it. So
What is this? Mega Blast?
yeah, Mega Blast. They're portable speakers that you can bring wherever you want. And what's great about it is if you set it up in a Wi-Fi environment, you can jam out to your favorite song and ask it, hey, what am I listening? Alexa, what am I listening to? And then it will repeat back Taylor Swift for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And so no longer will you go wondering what that song was about.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a great way to start.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead, Brian.
All right. Hey, what's the silliest thing that has become smartened?
Okay, I say silly, but
Yeah.
part of me also feels like maybe I should get this. They have created a smart pot,
A smart pot.
the kind that you put flowers in.
Not the one you smoke.
Oh, fun.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, good.
And it's intended to help those of us who don't have green thumbs.
Oh,
And it's intended to understand the pH balance and how much water is needed. So you call it a smart pot. I think it's a dumb pot for me. Yeah.
dumb person.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh.
So one of my friends actually was building a prototype of some kind of apparatus that would do that. So I don't know if it's the same company or not.
Well, yeah, a couple years back maybe.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's pretty crazy. In addition to home automation, why else should listeners call Nerds to Go?
Oh, okay. So I meant it when I said in the beginning, we serve small businesses and residents, and we know that space pretty well. So whether it's networks or whether it's your printer hates you, whatever it may be, we've seen it and we can help you get out of it. And oftentimes saving you tons of hours.
Oh, my. Michael and I were chatting before the show about a problem my wife and I had with our network, and he smiled, and it's like, such an easy solution. We spent easily 2 days on it and
geez.
finally found a workaround, but that's a good reason to hire a pro that knows the system, knows how it works, and just gets it done.
That's right.
So, yeah.
So you guys will repair cell phones,
Everything from cell phones
Yep.
all the way up through
cracked screens,
cracked screens. Yep.
Oh, my.
Yep.
and where again are you located specifically?
So on Northeast 8th and Bellevue, easiest way to think of it is across from Whole Foods.
Gotcha.
So with Mother's Day almost here, you have any recommendations for a great gift?
Yeah,
For the nerdy mom?
that's right. Well, you can make mom more nerdy by providing something like an Echo Spot. Echo Spots are just a great way to, it's a device that you can put in a central location that allows her to video chat with you. And if you've got kids or if you've got cats, whatever it is that mom wants to see and maybe you don't live close by, it's a great way to stay connected with them.
Good to know.
Maybe, do you have one with your mom?
You know,
Mother's Day is here, dude.
There you go.
this is a great idea, Dan.
Hey, solved it for you.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. So a little full disclosure is I've got Alexa set up in my house. I can go outside onto the deck and I can say, Alexa, party time. Music
Yeah.
comes on, Taylor Swift playing,
Yes. Yep.
lights go on, and we have a good time out there.
my favorites. Alexa, tell me a joke.
Tell me a joke.
Yeah.
She can talk like a pirate as well.
Oh, really?
Ah.
Yes,
I'll try that.
Now, you didn't mention like Google Home.
correct.
Do you work with that stuff too?
We do.
Okay.
We do. Google Home, Facebook's got some cool tech coming out as well.
Okay.
Yep. We can work with just about anything out there.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, Michael. It was fun learning all the cool smart home tech out there. How do our listeners get a hold of you?
Okay. You've got a couple of options. One, you can call us at the store, 425-366-8234, or you can email us at Bellevue for Bellevue, Washington, at nerdstogo.com.
Got it. All right.
There we go.
Well, okay, after the break, we have some upcoming listings we're going to talk about, and we'll have some final thoughts.